Welcome, lovelies, another segment of Ask Lousje. I'm always so looking forward to filming this video because we get so many questions and there are a lot of fun questions and good questions. And so if you haven't had your question answered, don't think we are not going to do it because it might be a few weeks after you send it in. So I just want to touch a little bit on last week. We all had celebrated Mother's Day. It was a lovely day, nice weather, and I hope you all were spoiled and treated royally. And in the boutique we had an exciting week. We did the unveiling of the cut loose and beautiful pieces. My favorite was the little top with the high-low with a really interesting back in the two beautiful colors. It's really so lovely in the boutique because there's always new things coming in. Right now, of course, spring, summer, the colors are exquisite. And of course, the party, the open house happened. Thank you, all you lovelies, for coming in. We had a great time as usual, and we are excited because you are excited about our reno, and few of you said, why? Because it's so nice. For sure, the boutique is nice. In the back, we've had some space issues. It needs to be reorganized. The thing is, we bought the building just before COVID, not that long, and it was office and examining rooms. And so we did a huge reno in the front. We broke all the little walls away and we made it one big space for the boutique. But in the back there were still a lot of small rooms which we were going to attack later on. And then COVID happened and we closed down and we just never got to it. So now's the time. So we're really excited. It's going to be clean and much more organized, and we are growing, so we need more space. Anyway, all good news, all good news. So a little bit about what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the Issy dress, our beloved Issy dress that we've been making many years. And this is the one in the very light, crinkly taffeta. It also comes in the gray and white and black, and I chose to wear the fuchsia because it's one of my favorite colors. We'll show some pictures in this video with the Issy dress and different ways to wear it. I've shown it with the mesh top, I've shown it with a little Krisa jacket, I've shown it with a jeans jacket, a black t-shirt, a white t-shirt, and now with this beautiful black cover. It's a little cover up with all kinds of holes all over. I think it's the cutest thing. It's got these little cuffs to keep it in place. It's open, so open at the bottom. It's very comfortable and light and airy, yet you feel you are a little bit protected and covered. This is one of my favorite necklaces. I show it a lot, I think, because I just love it. So let's not waste any time and let's go to the question from Laura. Laura was so cute. I just thought it was really so cute how she worded her question. She wrote, I've had this email for a while, but I was too timid to hit the send button. However, on YouTube, Tessa suggested some fun questions to ask Lousje. So I hit send. Well, thank God you did, because it's a real fun question. It's two questions, actually. The first one is, have you ever had a wardrobe malfunction? And how did you solve it, or did you? Question mark. Okay, I personally never had a wardrobe malfunction. I'm sure I did, but I just cannot remember. But in our world, in the boutique, we've had two things happening. And this was our opening fashion show. About 18 years ago, we were in business, so 2006. And we had rented a hall in Niagara Lake, Addison Hall. It's beautiful. It holds about 120 people. We asked friends to be models. We had about 10 women, and we had a runway, and we had music, and it was a real fun fashion show. We sold out. We had to turn people away because the hall couldn't only for safety hold 120. It was a big happening, and it was all with the help of friends. It was really a beautiful. One of my sons did the music, one of my sons did the lights. We had my daughter-in-law did bartending. My cousin from Dundas, who had the chocolate shop at the store, provided the chocolates. And then all my friends and a few of Tessa's friends were models. And so my friend Juliette, who is a jazz singer by profession, she was one of the models. And you know, when you have a fashion show in Paris or, you know, a big one, At the end, they always have the bride that closes off the show. Well, we were so short on time, so a wedding dress was out of the question to make and design. But we did make a dress that a young woman could wear if she didn't want a white wedding dress or a second wedding, or just as a cocktail dress. So we made this dress I made it very quickly. The sewership was very poor. And anyway, Juliet started to put the dress on. It was tight fitted bodice, and the zipper at the bottom by her bum pulled away. And she had no time to change. She was announced, she had to go on, and I said, can you grab it and hold it tight? And she said, yeah, I'll work with it. She walked the whole runway with her hand behind on her bum. Nobody noticed, and we all cheered when she came back because she did a great job, but it was very nerve-wracking. And then this was a really cute story. We had this woman, she was a CEO of a big company, and she came to the One of a Kind show, and she bought one of her pencil skirts, and she said she was going to wear it to a big event where she had to speak. Like lots of people, 200, 250 people. And later on, she came back to us the next year, I believe it was. She said, well, I love my pencil skirt, but I tell you what happened. She wore it with, those shiny see-through pantyhose. She wore the skirt over top of it, and she wore a top with it, of course. And she was called up on stage, and she started walking to the stage, and the skirt slipped right down to the bottom. And she said, I just did a quick bent down, I picked it up, and I pulled it back on. She kind of held on to it. She did her talk and everything, and then of course she knew how to walk back to her table because she hung on to it. Anyway, she said it was fine, but it was a very scary moment, like she had a little bit of a heart attack at the time. So we paid attention to that, but she did say afterwards she wore it with just tights or nothing that shiny, and the skirt stayed up. But we did then change the design of the skirt. It was a little bit going in like this. We changed it. It is now like this. It's quite tight at the waist, and it goes out a bit at the hip. So it definitely holds you up. So no worries, lovelies. We've sold these, I would say, probably a few thousand now of the pencil skirts, and we never had that complaint again. But we loved it that she was honest and that she was fine with it, and she just kicked, and we all giggled. So that was the malfunction question. Laura, I hope you had a little giggle too with me. I answered your question, even though it was not my personal one. And then the next question is also a good one. She says, confession time. Do you have an item that is too old, too threadbare, wrong color, or too short? And then she writes in brackets, good Lord, I just described mine, that you just cannot part with. I have things I cannot part with for sentimental reasons. I don't have anything that I can part with because it's the wrong color, or not really. No, I can't think of anything. I hang on to my clothes for a long time, as we've talked about before. I tell you about 2 items in my wardrobe that I don't think I will ever part with. My lovely mother passed away in 2000, so she's passed 24 years now. God, it's hard to believe. Anyway, she was an amazing woman, very fashionable, very fun and optimistic. Her class was always full. She was always singing and whistling, and even though I lived far away, we had a very close bond. I would write her on airmail, little thin airmail paper once a week, of course to my dad too, and she would write me back. So we had a huge correspondence going. We would call Christmas, Mother's Day, birthday, because that's how it went in those days. When she passed away, she had Alzheimer's, unfortunately, for a long time, 7 years. When she passed away, of course I went, and my sisters and I went to her close, and I took her raincoat. That was her raincoat that I helped her buy, because every time I came I had to go to her closet and we would go shopping for something new that she needed. And that raincoat I brought back with me, and a scarf that she always wore. Even when she was in the home, because she was in a care home, she always had that scarf on because she was cold. And I have it in my closet for 24 years. I look at it quite often and I think, should I not? No, I'm not going to. So it's still in my closet. It probably will be in my closet forever. And then the other thing I cannot part with is the wedding dress that I designed and made for Tessa's wedding. It was a dress that I wore to her wedding. I designed her wedding dress too, but my dress too, and I've never wore it since. And I'm probably never going to wear it again. But I can't part with it. I look at it, I've tried it on, it still fits me. And I look at it again and it just gives me great, I felt great that day, I looked great. It's a great design. So that's my story about things you don't want to get rid of. Looking forward to next week. We are now closed, the boutique is closed. As we speak, we're working very hard behind the scenes. Glenn made an amazing plan on how to do it, and we've hired a contractor, and we are very excited about everything. Business as usual as far as online order is concerned, as pickup and as local delivery. And phone is being answered, emails are being answered. So please order online, order via phone, via email, and we can drop it off anywhere in St. Catharines. And you can pick up and we will work it out. So we are not going to be far away at all. And we're going to keep you posted on all the renos. Okay, lovelies, I hope you liked this video, and as usual, send in your questions. Enjoy your Sunday. I am a bit between gardening. I can't do much in my garden. I'm just kind of pulling weeds and keeping it organized, but I'm not buying anything for this garden, nothing for the new garden, but that will come next year. Okay, as always, keep on smiling.